Everything looks live, everything looks good. Oh, I need to put my headphones on, I guess. How's it going, everybody? Well, that's not working. Let me refresh that. There we go. Heyo, Ringtail, how's it going? Yeah, I saw you were live. I'm surprised to see you here. That's loud. Hold on. Let's go all the way back here. So today I'm going to be working on Let's make some thumbnails. I've got big plans for Metroid, and for the most part, actually for all of it, like the thumbnails are going to be different from my standard on YouTube. I suppose before we do all that, let me just do this right here. Go ahead and just put myself in a corner. So it's like, for the most part, heck. Like for the most part, like, you know, the thumbnails y'all have seen on YouTube look something like this. With, you know, very, very bare bones, just informative, not really, clickbaity at all. Like, I'm not using YouTube as a avenue for growth. It's just a place to dump my VODs. It's a place to save my work. And I think with Metroid, yeah, YouTube Metroid series. I think for the stuff I'm doing on YouTube with Metroid, it's gonna remain similar to that. So get rid of that, and then we're gonna open this. It's thumbnails for Twitch that I'm kind of like split on, or the thumbnails for my VODs. Oh, well, let's try that again. So obviously, like, a screenshot of Metroid would go where Gray is looking at the entrance to the void. I don't know if I should do this for YouTube or if I should try to like do things a little differently. I think for now I'm gonna keep that as is. Like, what's really going to be different is, oh, that's not what I wanted. Why is this program? There we go. Yeah, let's close that for now. So something I'm thinking about is having like a banner type thing across the top. Because the thing about the Metroid streams, like once I really get into that, is there's going to be like multiple different kinds of streams going on. So like after I finish that initial playthrough on YouTube, um, it's going to be like some streams where I'm practicing certain parts of the game. There's going to be some streams where I'm essentially speedrunning. There's going to be some streams where I'm playing randomizers. Eventually I'm going to be doing ROM hacks. There's going to be a lot of different things going on, and I'm going to need like all that information like on the thumbnail, but in a way that's hopefully visually pleasing, or at least something that doesn't look incredibly cluttered. So So I did save some things from the internet. Like, I have a general idea of how I want to do this, but, obviously once we start putting it into practice, and be like, oh no, this is actually a terrible idea. Let's go for something else. And I just realized that doesn't need to be on this layer. So I do that. Blank. There we go. What the hell? I don't know. I still think even smaller. Like maybe. That should. Well, nope. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There's a problem. I need to pay more attention to like the actual numbers of what I'm doing here instead of just trying to eyeball it. think as a first draft, this is fine. So, what I'm imagining is, well, I gotta merge these. I don't remember how to merge layers. Merge down, there we go. And I'll just change the name of this to just border. And then I'll need to play with this value a bit later, but for now, let's just get it on here and so let's just grab this again. Do something like this. Doesn't look very good, does it? Maybe I could have it more vertical. Like... No, if we... Can you really not organize? Yeah, I thought you could move these. Gimp. It's amazing. So maybe instead of like this, whoops, you can have it. Alright, so it'll just be that then. I won't need this extra right here. Oops. Well, that's just too small. And I've got a good thing going with this. You know, like this is how I've been doing my thumbnails for ages now. Maybe I should just stick to what I got. Not try to make try not to make the Metroid stuff stand out, you know? Like, it's simple, it's informative, it's the problem is with some of these Metroid streams later, there's going to need to be a lot of information. I'm going to need like the name of the ROM hack I'm doing and all of that, like if I get that far along. Oh shoot, I wanted to save that. What am I doing with my life? I suppose I just need to keep it simple, right? Let's hide this for now. Let's... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. this. That was weird. Wait. I don't know why I ended up with like a little black bar under Samus's visor, under her helmet. But it does not belong there. That's fine. Oh, well, no. Hold on. Amazing. I struggle so much. Still not. Okay, fine. What did I do with... I say, where's my logo at? I know it's around here somewhere. thing about this is that if I do that, that almost feels like it should be for the YouTube stuff I'm doing, not for the Twitch, not for the VODs. I moved away from having my logo and my thumbnails for almost a year ago. That is not the button I pushed, but thank you. Thank you, Windows. This probably was the button I pushed. Don't like that on this laptop. Print screen and the delete key are like right next to each other. Like it's, you can fat finger it very easily. If I do that. Let me just drop the idea of having like a border image entirely and see what it looks like to just. Oh my god, no. No, that's the wrong. If we try that, and just have like a vertical slice of it, like this. What's my... Hold on. Like, if I'm gonna pursue like a style more consistent with my other thumbnails, like, what's... It's 90. Is it really 90? Doesn't look like 90. This would probably be a lot easier to judge if I had, like an actual screenshot on the game capture, which I need to rename this anyway. I want it on the right, though, I just realized. Can I easily flip like this? Yes, okay. No! We're done. Cease and desist. No. Okay. I wanted to fix that before I started trying to put all the text on here. You know, it just occurred to me, like, while I'm here, I've also been working on stream overlays for when I start playing Metroid. One of them y'all have already seen in a video released a while back, trying to get help for an issue I was having. This, I think, is pretty much done. It's perfect. Chat goes down here. Game is over here. And that's perfect. That's going to be for the entire Metroid series. For YouTube, I've tried to do something similar. There's obviously going to be no chat for a YouTube video, and once I get to, like, later on in the series when the games are more widescreen, I'll probably get rid of this entirely and just have the gameplay on the screen and not have my face anywhere. But, you know, it felt like a lot of wasted space to have, you know, just black borders here. So I thought I'd try to do something a little creative, a little cute. I think I need to add, like, some kind of border effect around the two video elements, like around my webcam and around the game space over there. It's a work in progress, but I'm not even starting any of this stuff until December anyway, so I've got time. Like I said, I think this is pretty much done. At least I'm happy with it. You know, it's simple. It's nice. This could still use some work. I don't know. I don't know if the Metroid should be on the gun down there. I just wanted, like, a little splash of color down there beyond just the logo. But I don't know. Maybe that's a little too silly. Anyway. And I think that's good, because it'll. I still need to figure out how I want the text down here, because I'm gonna want, like, the kind of stream I'm doing listed. I'm going to want like with ROM hacks, I'm going to want the title of the hack in question, or for fan games. Like I've recently learned about Metroid Planets, which seems interesting. It's like a much souped up and improved version of Metroid One, but with extra maps, including an interesting randomizer. Anyway, using Super Metroid's logo as a bit of a base here, let's see what we can do. Just go with that for now and like see what we shall see. What was my mind? The way GIMP reacts to some of what I try to do. I don't know. I think simplicity is best. Now that I've been tinkering around with this for an hour, instead of trying to have like a border image and a bunch of because it felt cluttered, but this feels it feels cleaner. It feels closer to like what I've been doing with like this style of thumbnail. Oh, Void Stranger. I mean, I would ask what everybody thinks, but I think it's just a couple of lurkers hanging out. It's like, again, it's like my thumbnails aren't like clickbaity. They aren't like, you know, visually busy. They're not. I don't really design them with like trying to grow the channel through YouTube in mind. It's just a place to store my VODs. It's just a place to save my work, and like, I guess, just, well, what am I trying to say? It's just a place to like allow people that want to go back and watch my stuff to go back and watch my stuff. It's not really. I mean, I wish I was capable of doing both, having a visually pleasing but informative thumbnail, you know, at the same time. But I'm not really. I'm not a designer. I'm not an artsy person, and that kind of sucks. I guess the only thing left to do really is just to make sure that this looks pretty good with the logos of all the games I'm going to be playing. Unfortunately, some of them are more horizontal instead of vertical, like Super Metroid here. So let me see, what's the next one? It's Metroid Fusion. And Metroid Prime, I guess. They're kind of... at least here in the States, they did release on the same day. I haven't thought about that yet. Like, when I get to that stage, do I do both at the same time? I mean, I could, since I'm doing like a YouTube playthrough first. Could just alternate between the two as far as releasing videos go. Yeah, I think I definitely prefer it on the right instead of on the left. Also, looking at it now, I think with Prime and Fusion, this layout definitely works. It's like Other M, I think, is like the only logo where it might not. Metroid Prime logo. Maybe Metroid Prime 3's logo too. Not like I'll be playing a lot of Other M. Of all the Metroid games, like that and Nestroid are probably going to be the ones I'm spending the least amount of time with. I just find those to be the least interesting of the Metroid games. Still just a little too wide. Yeah, that'll be fine. Of course, there. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about the Zero mission. That could be across multiple lines too if the title is long enough. And the only other thing is I'm going to be doing randomizers more than anything, so I need to have text for that as well. Oops. Again, as long as it just realized my face is in the way of some of my work here over here. One reason why. Actually, this might be a pretty good layout to work on this on because I'm not blocking anything. I mean, y'all can't see like the toolbars on either side of the main work area, but that's okay. That's fine. What track is this? I don't remember this. Oh, Samus Returns. Okay. One of the games I won't be playing in this Metroid thing, like the DS and 3DS games, are games we won't be. I won't be tackling during this Metroid marathon of mine. I just don't want to deal with trying to emulate a dual screen system with one of the screens being a touch screen on top of that. That's just not something I want to fuck around with too much. The only like original game that I'll be missing for that anyway is Metroid Prime Hunters. But it's like the least Metroid like of all the Metroid games. Like, it's pretty interesting in its own right. Don't get me wrong. It's just there's not that much exploration. Like, it's a more combat focused game, and I don't like its bosses that much. It repeats like the same two bosses four times each. Um, and the like rival bounty hunter system that it has, it's interesting at first, but it quickly gets repetitive, and I don't know, like it had some very interesting ideas. I just don't think it executed them particularly well. But it was also released for the Nintendo DS, which was kind of an underpowered system even when it was released. So I'm not gonna like try to harp on that on the game too much. It's no other M. I suppose like the question is like, will I be like trying to do proper speedrunning runs? Like again, like I'm not that guy, right? But I do want to learn like especially for a game like Super Metroid, which has so many advanced movement techniques. Like I do want to properly learn those so I can do harder randomizers. So I don't know. Maybe. I just feel like after a few runs, I'll kind of be over it. Like at the very least, if I want to do the best ending in these games, I've got to do like some light speed running. So maybe I should go ahead and have text for that. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong layer for that. Hold on. That's too. That's too big. That's too big. Let's try that again. And we'll just scooch it over a little. What is going? What is even happening right now? There we go. I don't use GIMP very often, and when I do, it's for very basic stuff. So like, I'm no master at this. So yeah, if I do that, and then I like move that like up here. So learning and practice. Runs. ROM hacks if I ever get to that point in my life, and obviously rando is kind of the big thing for me here. Okay. And obviously most of this thumbnail is going to be like a capture of the game screen, much like I do with this. So yeah. It only took like an hour and a half, but I think I'm finally starting to settle on something that I actually like. So, just to kind of reiterate here, like this is for YouTube. I'm just emulating the style of the thumbnails I'm already doing. Except instead of VOD, it's going to be episodes, because they're only going to be like... I mean, it depends on the game, but like some of the older stuff, I'm only going to be doing like 25, 30-minute episodes. For the Prime series, they're going to be a bit longer than that. I think this is fine. I mean, again, there may be a couple of logos where this doesn't look ideal, but like the games I'm going to be playing the most, you know, like Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, possibly, you know, Prime and Prime 2. And I've always been more of a fan of the 2D games than the Prime series, Other M, and all that. So, but I think it looks fine. I think this looks good. Maybe for something like, you know, the original Metroid game and like Zero Mission, I might lower the logos a little bit so it's like more evenly spaced. Right now I'm just kind of lining them all up together with the top of Super Metroid's logo, but maybe a little bit of adjustment as we carry along. Anyway, let's get the rest of them in here, and then we'll make like some final calls for some of this stuff. But I think this looks good. I think this is... Oh god, this one's actually pretty... This one was actually pretty decently sized as is. That's handy. No resizing necessary. What came after... Oh, right, it was Other M. Do I not have Other M's logo? Oh, there it is. That would be something. It's like, I don't have the logo of the game I'm... That's the wrong way. Let's try that again. There we go. I think after other M, yeah, I'm skipping straight to Dread, so I'm not doing any of the 3DS titles either, so it's Wherefore Art Thou Dread? There it is. Just a little more. Wish I was paying more attention again to the numbers instead of trying to eyeball it. This would probably look more consistent and therefore better. But it's fine. It's fine. So if I get rid of this. What's after Dread? It's yes, the remaster, and then Metroid Prime 4. Some of you may be wondering, like, why am I going to be doing both Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Remastered? Like, if I was doing this like super casually, like there would be no purpose. But for some of the like extra stuff I'm doing, like the tricks in the original are different than they are in remastered. I'm pretty sure remastered also has multiple difficulty settings, so there'll be like more to do there. Since I'm already doing a 100% run in Prime, I'll probably skip that in Prime Remastered and just go straight to like hard mode or what have you. But yeah, because of all of the like extra I'm doing, it's Metroid Prime Remastered logo. I may not spend as much time with Remastered as I probably will with the original. It's one of those we'll see kind of situations. Move you up just a smidge. There's only one more to go. Of course, if they end up changing the logo before release, I'll have to revisit this, for a spell. But I'm not going to stream that, because that'll just be a quick fix. It won't be me just trying to figure out, like, what the heck I'm doing with my life. So yeah, on the whole, I think this is fine. Like I said, some of the logos I might, need to go back in and like readjust them a little bit to make the thumbnails for those videos look a little better, but like I might want to lower rando a little bit so that that's more evenly spaced and all of that, but it's like something about the way I work on these is like at least before I'm like finally settled on like a quote unquote final design, is like I'll tinker, like I'm gonna open this file back up several times and tinker with it for like 5 and 10 minutes, close it, revisit it in like a couple of weeks. I want to tinker with it a little more. But I think like as just a general design doc, I think I have settled on this. So like the main purpose of today's stream is done. is what I'm getting at here. I still don't really have like the energy to try to dive into Void Stranger today. I'm hoping tonight at work will be relatively calm so that I can like revisit Void Stranger tomorrow morning. And then for the rest of the month, I'm going to be trying to balance out Void Stranger and Stardew Valley. The Metroid stuff, like I said, it won't start until December on YouTube. Like I'm going to be doing the YouTube playthrough first. And then like it may not I may not start streaming Metroid until late December or even January, depending on how much Metroid really kicks my ass, because I've never beaten it. Like I have all these grand plans for the series, but I've never beaten the first game. And I may not do much with the first game, to be honest, because it's there's something about NES games I just struggle with those. But this like part of this is like giving myself an opportunity to like move past that and like get better at Nestroid at the very least. So I suppose the only thing left to do then is like get a no, I'm not gonna worry about that until I actually start start playing the game, start doing the thing. There's like like this part of the screen is going to be behind the layout, and I might like embiggen it to hide the border stuff in the thumbnail itself, at least for YouTube, which that's this, it's so maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm done. I'd like to thank everyone for showing up. Greentail, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope watching me struggle with design was Well, you're probably busy with other stuff because it looked like you were live. You were doing tabletop or something or other. Look at all these people that are live. So I think I'm gonna give Franny a raid and just kind of chill for the rest of the day before I have to go to work. So let me do that. Prepare the raid for Franny. It's good to see her live. And until next time, which will hopefully be tomorrow, and will hopefully be Void Stranger. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.